What if I told you someone in your life might be controlling your thoughts without you even realizing it? Not by force, not by anger, but quietly, slowly, psychologically. And the scariest part? It might feel like love or care. You're talking to someone close to you, maybe a friend, maybe a partner, maybe someone at work. At first, everything feels normal, but then small things start happening. You explain how you feel, and somehow you end up apologizing. You question something they did, and suddenly you feel like you're the problem. You walk away from conversations feeling confused, drained, like something just doesn't sit right. But you can't explain what. That feeling? That mental fog? That's not random. It's often a sign of psychological manipulation. Manipulation isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It hides behind tone, timing, and subtle emotional pressure. Instead of controlling your actions directly, it slowly starts shaping how you think, how you feel, and eventually, how you see yourself. You remember something clearly. A conversation, a moment, a feeling. But they say, that never happened. You're overthinking. You always imagine things. And after hearing it enough times, you start questioning your own memory. Not by changing facts, but by changing your confidence in those facts. They look calm. They sound reasonable. But inside, your certainty is slowly being erased. On the surface, it feels like a misunderstanding. Underneath, it's control. Imagine someone bringing up a concern. They say, hey, that thing you said earlier really hurt me. Instead of acknowledging it, the other person replies, you're too sensitive. I was just joking. You always take things the wrong way. Now the focus shifts, not on what was said, but on how the person reacted. And slowly, they stop speaking up. Manipulation doesn't just silence your voice. It reshapes your inner world. You begin to filter your thoughts, second-guess your emotions, doubt your instincts. And without realizing it, you start needing their version of reality to feel stable. Pay attention to how you feel after conversations. Not what was said, but what stayed with you. Confusion isn't always harmless. Sometimes, it's designed. Every time you try to set a boundary, they make you feel bad for it. You say no. They respond with disappointment, silence, or emotional pressure. I guess I just care more than you do, after everything I've done for you. And suddenly, your boundary feels like a mistake. And before you even notice it, you're no longer making choices freely. You're making them to avoid guilt. At times, they make you feel special, seen, valued, important. Their attention feels warm, almost addictive, but just as quickly, it disappears. They become distant, cold, unavailable, and you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? This isn't random behavior. It's a pattern. When someone gives affection inconsistently, your brain starts chasing it. You hold on to the good version of them and tolerate the bad, hoping things go back. It's not connection anymore. It becomes a cycle. Reward, withdrawal, confusion, repeat. It looks like mood swings. It feels like emotional depth, but underneath, it's control through unpredictability. Because the less stable the attention is, the more valuable it feels. Imagine someone who one day praises you endlessly. They say things like, you're the only one who understands me. I don't know what I'd do without you. And the next day, short replies. Ignored messages, cold tone. No explanation. So you try harder. You adjust. You chase that warmth again, not realizing that the inconsistency is what's keeping you attached. Humans crave certainty. But when someone controls when you feel valued, they slowly control how much you value yourself. Because now your worth feels conditional. Notice patterns, not moments. Anyone can be kind sometimes. Anyone can be distant sometimes. But consistency reveals intention. You try to express how you feel, but somehow the conversation turns. Now they're upset. Now they're hurt. Now you're the one apologizing every single time. This is a subtle redirection. Instead of addressing your feelings, they shift focus onto theirs. And over time, you stop bringing things up altogether because it never leads anywhere. It feels like communication. It looks like emotional exchange, but in reality, it's emotional deflection. Picture someone calmly saying, I felt ignored earlier. The response? So now I'm a bad person? I guess I can never do anything right for you. You always find a problem. Now the original feeling is gone. The entire conversation becomes about defending them instead of understanding you. When your emotions constantly get redirected, You begin to suppress them, not because they're wrong, but because they're inconvenient to someone else. Healthy conversations move forward. Manipulative ones move in circles. There's no clear fight, no obvious reason. But after interacting with them, you feel heavy, mentally tired, emotionally low, like something has been taken from you. Your mind notices patterns before you consciously understand them. Even if you can't label the behavior, your emotional system reacts to it. That unexplained exhaustion? It's not random. It's your awareness. Trying to catch up. They may seem normal to everyone else, even kind, even charming, but your experience with them feels completely different. And that difference matters. Manipulation doesn't always break you instantly. It reshapes you slowly. Your confidence, your voice, your sense of self, piece by piece, until you don't fully recognize the version of you that's trying so hard to keep things okay. Not every difficult person is manipulative, but consistent patterns, quiet confusion, and emotional exhaustion, those are signals worth noticing. Sometimes the biggest sign of manipulation isn't what they do, it's who you're becoming when you're around them. So ask yourself, do you feel more like you or less?